I think of it as my love letter to the WordPress community, especially the business community in WordPress.
There's a lot of turbulence in the WordPress community at the moment. There's a lot of turbulence in digital marketing and software and everything at the moment.
This is my conference. Every year I'm going to be here.
Hey, Robbie.
Hey, Roger.
We're here at PressConf, and we've got one of the main organizers, Raquel.
You're everywhere. You're at all the events, girl. All of them.
I do like to go to events. The whole purpose of PressConf is, for a very simple way to put it, for personal growth. I'm a firm believer that when we're healed and whole from the inside out, we then can implement amazing business strategy. So at PressConf, it's about personal growth and healing disguised as business.
Okay.
Shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. My number one is to see people individually feel inspired and challenged, because I know that will affect what they do in their business and on their business. I think of it as my love letter to the WordPress community. When people show up, it feels like they're coming to my birthday party, but in actuality, you get the gifts.
So what made you come back?
PressConf is such a great environment for just talking to other folks in the WordPress community who want to chat business and chat very openly about it as well.
With an event like PressConf, it is so much smaller. There's 120, 130 people. It's a much smaller event. It's over several days, and you're going to have multiple opportunities to be a human with these people.
When I have been to WordCamps like WordCamp Asia a few years ago in Taiwan, it was so awesome to run into people and have chats, but then they were always fleeting. I always found it was really hard to really catch someone long enough to have a good chat. But PressConf keeps throwing you back into conversations with people because you just keep running into them.
It's the right size for actually having enough people that you don't have to talk to everybody, but you have the opportunity to. Breakout groups are easy. Like, it just happens naturally.
It's that smaller, curated community of people that are here on purpose. It's filtered, and you have multiple opportunities for, like, hey, let's go get lunch.
There's tons of food around here.
Be a human first. Not that I wasn't a human,
Yeah.
but when we see people, we sometimes get into business mode real quick.
Yeah.
And like, oh, I hate small talk. I was like, sorry, but we're here in person, and you do need to ask human questions. Like, be a person first is one of those no BS. Like, that's where we start. Show up your whole self, not just your company.
Don't lead with the business card.
Hey, I'd like to hand you, like, stop it.
It was the authentic group of people and just the communications. Everything was very authentic. Both in the sessions, but also just, in the hallway type thing. I felt like I had a much better pulse of where everyone was at. It definitely had that intimacy that, some of the other conferences don't have. I think that it's probably been my favorite software conference I've ever been to.
There was a lot of crying, which was surprising to me. But I think, like, in between the tears, the context of the talks were very different than the other, like, WordPress conferences and other just conferences in general, like marketing ones. I don't know, it was like stripped it down, vulnerable. The F word was said a lot. And it was like, these are my type of people, like, I don't want to hear some regurgitated, like, this is your marketing plan, this is the funnel type of stuff. So that was interesting.
Valuable conversations with product owners, hosts, smart people in WordPress. I am not the most technical guy, so I just love chatting with everyone here and learning more about the ecosystem.
You've been involved with the Phoenix WordPress community for a long time.
2011.
Since 20, oh my goodness. Wow. What is it about Phoenix and WordPress that creates this culture where people love coming, people travel here from all over the world?
I think there's a legacy that we're fortunate to have. Okay. I mean, we had some of the best WordCamps back in the day. Sure. One of the earliest WordCamps was at WordCamp Phoenix. Yes. 2009, I was not even in the community at that point, but 2009, GoDaddy was the main sponsor. That was one of the very, very first WordCamps. We have a lot of tech in the Phoenix area. So there's a lot of tech minds. There are some local cities in the Phoenix area that are invested in supporting tech agencies. We have this group called Yes Phoenix. We have co-working spaces that are all really supportive of entrepreneurs who are working in tech. And so that makes it, I think, we have a great pool of people who are doing WordPress or are doing websites. One of the things when we do a WordCamp or any kind of event, we want people to feel welcome. We want newbies who've never been here before. We want them to feel like they have a spot here as well. And we talk about that as a team. It's very intentional. And so we really go out of our way to try and be that welcoming community.
There's a lot of turbulence in the WordPress community at the moment. There's a lot of turbulence in digital marketing and software and everything in the moment. How does an event like PressConf help you find like your footing and grounding?
First year was about bringing the community together. We were telling people about it at the beginning of WordCamp US, the first WordCamp US in Portland, before things changed radically in the WordPress community with Matt's speech on the State of the Word. Then all of a sudden, we had this major bomb go off, which then made this conference even more critical. And so it was really about healing and about relying on each other and about showing that we can rely on each other. We can have hard discussions and have them in a healthy way.
It's been incredibly helpful, especially this year, just to hear other people sort of diffuse the situation or the fears a bit and say, look, WordPress is not dying. You know, hearing agency owners say we're not losing clients like crazy. Yes, there are some concerns and things to work through and the landscape is shifting a bit. But hearing that from those business owners puts me at ease a bit because I'm in an interesting spot as a full-time creator. I'm like, I don't know what's happening until I have these conversations. I just hear rumors of, oh, it's really bad. Market shares, you know, being taken up and everyone's moving to vibe coding. And I'm like, is that true? I don't know. So I think just talking to people who are in the trenches has been really helpful.
Running an organic marketing team, I like to share my opinion a lot. I was joking around, the AI search has been my personality like for the last few months. So I want to talk to other people. Like, what are they doing? Is it the same thing? Are they saying the same things as me? So I like having conversations like this. What I'm dealing with is centralized to just me, or is it our niche, or is it the entire landscape?
My number one goal is mostly just to hear what everyone else is doing, you know, learn from that, and bring that back to the agency and to the product side. It's more about trying to understand, you know, where things are going and being able to adapt to it.
I almost didn't come this year, to be honest. My wife had to kind of convince me and nudge me to do it. I told my wife I probably know about 50, 60% of the people that are going to be there. I love going the first year because I got to meet a lot of other product owners. I got to learn a lot from them, make connections. So it felt like I had made those connections. What more could I get out of it? Now that I'm back here again, I'm like, I'm very much glad I came. Because then it's like that, you do forget that talking with people in person is really helpful. That there is a different level to it. And being able to talk with people who understand what you're doing, what your goals are, what you're trying to achieve, they understand it. They've either been through it and have succeeded or been through it and failed and can talk to you about it on a personal level, on a more direct level. Because here in person, you feel more willing to talk about the details as opposed to maybe in a Twitter DM or an email or something like that. You're, okay, I see that you're a real person. Yeah. So I'm willing to actually have a real conversation with you.
You go down in the lift and you head out to, you know, to the talks or going out to grab a coffee. You're constantly running into people and picking up the same conversation threads, and then maybe grabbing a drink later or something. So it allows you to really go that step further than what you can at other WordPress events because you can keep diving deeper into conversations at length with people.
There's the hill that we can go and hike, and I think we ran into each other on the hill last year and ended up having coffee. And so the serendipity of just running into people and running into the same people again and being able to pick up those conversations is really great.
Obviously, AI is huge, and it's kind of hard not to talk about it or address it, and it's constantly changing. And I feel like whatever we were doing last month with AI to help us with our businesses is probably something new or completely antiquated at this point today. Then, of course, I come back to what are you doing for your own personal health that then will help you implement better business practices.
Those old tools were built for a different paradigm. Now we are looking at tools that are built for AI first agencies. We need a new set of tools. How do you stand out is you're crowdsourcing your solutions to be better than your competition. Okay. And you come to an event like that to meet eye to eye, knee to knee, where, hey, I'm struggling here. What are you guys doing?
Matt Cromwell was talking about, your teams are going to be smaller, more efficient. Well, I'm a team of one. I can't get more efficient than one. What I liked about Katie's was also like, this is what worked for me and where I was in my life is how she kind of presented it. Yeah. And I feel that heavily because that's something how I've always structured my business for like the last many years now is I want to the idea of like a lifestyle business. And I don't mean that's because I want to sit on a beach and do all that kind of stuff. It's a business that wraps around how I am as a person and what works to my strengths and what makes me happy and excited to get up in the morning.
I think biggest takeaway was that it's okay to structure a business around your lifestyle. I've had this tension in my own business of, do I need to cater my lifestyle to the business? Is it okay to say, well, I don't know if I want to work 12 hours a day? I have sort of reframed AI as a tool to treat almost as a team member rather than a business executive. And I think that's an important distinction to make because a lot of people have been leaning on AI as like, I just ask it what to do, or it's just going to come up with stuff for me. And that's where a lot of the fear mongering comes from of AI is going to take over the world and replace my business. And I don't think that's actually true. I think you have to treat it as an employee, a team member. So you still have to have a plan to give it and say, can you help me with this? It's kind of like getting a more affordable employee, but it's not necessarily a business partner or executive or leader who's just going to like take things and run with it.
Sure. Excellent. I want to just give a quick answer for you. You do not have to work 12-hour days. Please stop working 12-hour days.
Good to know.